Good morning you guys, it's Karen and I'm here to review this. This is the TLC, well, Drunk Elephant TLC Sukari Babyfacial. Not sure what the TLC is about. Let me know. Tender Loving Care? What is sukari? I don't know about that. But this apparently is being raved about and everybody's interested in a review. I would not normally buy a product like this, just so you know. This is not something I would normally be able to afford because it was £67. Like, I ummed and ahed about buying it, but I bought it specifically with Christmas money. I like if I get birthday money or Christmas money, or when I get birthday money and Christmas money, to spend it on something that I would not normally have the money for or even consider, and this is one of those for £67. But I have mentioned before that I'm really into kind of acids at the moment because I did a TCI peel and what else? There was another reason. Oh, really because I'm not using any kind of major actives, you know, I'm not using retinoid or retinol or anything like that, and so it's just another area that I'm exploring. So £67 for 50ml. So it's a lot of money. The claims are basically that it will visibly smooth the texture of your skin, diminish the appearance of pores and fine lines. So that sounds wonderful. Do I necessarily believe that? Not really. Maybe pores. I think it could make them look less visible, but bearing in mind this is saying diminish the appearance of, so it's going to do something that's temporary, that just they don't look as big. I've been more into face masks as well, and I guess that this being a face mask that was an acid appealed to me. I do want to read you what they say because it is quite a big, there's a lot to say here. The description, let me read you the description. The ultimate resurfacing treatment for stubborn, dull and uneven skin. There's a reason that the entire beauty community is bewitched. The closest thing to a facial that you can get in the comfort of your home. This supercharged treatment boosts an impressive 25% AHA and 2% BHA, blend of glycolic, tartaric, lactic, citric and salicylic acids. So I liked that about it, it's got all of those acids in it. This potent concoction is a recipe for surface level and deep exfoliation that promises to visibly smooth the texture of your skin, diminish the appearance of pores, fine lines and wrinkles. It's infused with a soothing antioxidant blend of matcha tea, milk thistle and apple, alongside chickpea flour and pumpkin ferment to dramatically brighten and even your tone as it leaves skin feeling silken and supple. And then it talks about being very, very careful because it's been formulated at a pH of 3.5, and so to not use any of your other potent items, you know, you shouldn't be using any other acids, etc. when you're using this, just in case you have some kind of reaction and it's too strong for your skin. So I have used this. I'm going to put the video in just now of me applying it and then what my skin looks like afterwards, just so that you can see. Not sure how much of my face I'm going to put this on. We'll see how tingly it is. So it just says apply an even layer to clean dry skin, which mine is. I always use brushes like this. I just ordered a couple off Amazon. Okay, that's what colour it is. An even layer. It doesn't say thin, it doesn't say thick. So I'm going to go with not too thin and not too thick. Actually, I need my hair further out of my way than that. Stick it underneath there. I can feel it starting to tingle a little bit. Maybe need a bit more there, don't I? Oh yeah, it's definitely tingling. I'd say even slightly stinging. I'm going to put a bit more on my chin because that's where I need a lot of help. Got all sorts going on there, from acne to tiny little whiteheads under the skin that have been there forevermore, to acne scars. That's where the most oil is. So, okie dokie. I am going to leave it at that and wait for my 20 minutes. Okay, so that is me with the 20 minutes up, and I've rinsed it off. I have to say, when I used water, I just used a face cloth when I used water, it started tingling again. The tingling only lasted about 5 minutes. Totally bearable, wasn't, you know, stinging. I thought it was slightly stinging at first. I thought that might get worse because there's, not the voicemail mask, but there's one by Nymph. There's a mask that I put on that I really can't use because it's just, I had to have to take it off. It's so painful to me. This one wasn't like that at all, thankfully. I do think it's left a bit of a nice rosy glow. I've still got quite a few sort of little lumps and things going on, so I need to work on that myself. But yeah, I do like the feeling of that, I have to say. I'm going to follow it with what they recommend, which is this virgin marula oil. And I wanted to show you what I've been doing. This is really random and nothing to do with this face mask, but what I've been doing lately. And it looks really nice. If my skin feels really parched, I put on some oil. And actually I did this the other day and somebody said, oh, you look glowing, and I thought that's because I've got oil on my face and a little bit of self-tan. So I'm putting this all the way down my neck, even though I don't have it on my neck. But you get this little sample bottle in with it, by the way. So I put this oil on, and then, I haven't even got it with me, then I've been using my Fake Bake, which I forgot to show you in my skincare. This is called Double Shot Espresso Tan. And I spent ages trying to figure out if this had a guide colour, and it does. But what I've been doing is putting it on. This is a brush from Wilko. I put the tiniest little drop. That's actually too much that I've got there, but I'm going to tap it out there. And then on this side, I'm just putting a little bit on my cheeks, sort of almost like contouring with tan. I've been doing this for years. You may remember I showed it in a video years ago, but I've been doing it just over this oil. And it kind of gives a sort of natural glowy look to the skin, you know. Yeah. I have to say my skin feels lovely now. So you can see that I didn't have any kind of reaction to it. It wasn't as stingy as I thought it would be. I do remember at the beginning I was kind of like, oh, I can feel it stinging, and I thought that that would just increase and increase because, as I've said, there is one I use from Deciem that does make my skin, I can't keep it on for long enough. It's just, it stings my skin too much and I have to remove it. I'm not sure, but I think it might have been the Merclay. I was just having a look through the Nymph website to find out which one it was that was, you know, that I can't remember which one it was that I used of their masks that made my face so irritated. Let me know in the comments if you know which one I'm talking about. It was a kind of orange colour and it was quite thin, and I'm sure you're only supposed to put it on for like 5 minutes. So this one says to leave on for 15 minutes, but it does say if irritation occurs, blah blah blah. So I don't know. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. So because of that, I was curious as to whether this would cause irritation. I use the ordinary AHA mask. That one's 30% AHA versus this one being 25%, and that one also has 2% BHA and this one has 2% BHA. So I do use that one with no irritation. My skin is not irritated afterwards, but it does very lightly sting my face. You know, I can feel that it's doing something. But this, there was that tiny bit of stinging at the beginning and then it just went away. So no irritation at all, which I'm really pleased about. And I do think that my skin looked and felt lovely after using this. Does it show all of these things here, diminished appearance of pores and fine lines and all of that? No, but I don't think that that would happen after one use. I think that using facials or face masks is something that you need to do regularly to see any kind of results. You know, I think I would need to do this repeatedly. I'd need to use it once a week and then look at my skin sort of 6 weeks later and see, is there any improvement then? But it did feel really, really nice. There isn't much more to tell you about this other than if you are keen to try something like this but don't want to spend £67, which I totally understand, then the ordinary one is £6.30, and this one obviously has all of those different ingredients in it. It has chickpea flour in it, it has pumpkin ferment in it, and you know, some other things in it. The ordinary one has a lot less ingredients, but it's still a 30% AHA, so it's still a very powerful mask, an acid mask. You know, more powerful in a way than this one. You don't know what all the other ones together are doing, and there's different mixes of acids, but percentage wise the ordinary one is 30%, this one is 25% on the AHAs. But yeah, I think that you will still get results if you want to use something once a week, and then go for the ordinary one if you don't want to spend the money on this. This one is a luxury buy. It's something that you could if you wanted to buy it for somebody, you know, that you know enjoys facials but would never spend that amount of money, it's a really nice purchase for that. Will I repurchase it? No. I think unless I saw something drastic, which I don't expect to, I will never spend that kind of money on this. Like I said, that to me was like spending Christmas money on something that I wouldn't normally buy. So I hope that that was useful to you. Let me know if you have bought it and tried it, what you think, if you're considering it, if you would spend that amount of money on something. And yeah, that's everything. I'll list my makeup in the description and I'll speak to you again soon.